Welcome to Rapid Motion Africa. This week we go to Zwartkops for round 5 of the Pro Tour, and it's the challenge show, Goldwagen Challenge and the Altec Porsche 924 Challenge. As always, a big thanks to Goldwagen for their massive support for this amazing class. Round 5 of the Pro Tour, and it's halfway through the season, and things are really getting tight in the Goldwagen Challenge. There's a couple of new competitors that have joined, but they are way out of it. It is the guys right at the top that need to be watched at this particular round. In qualifying, it was really close stuff, but George Economides managed to pip Lee Thompson and Wayne Masters in Class A, but the man at the front of Class P is untouchable, Jake Zwartkops.
So George, first pole of the season, things are starting to happen for you.
Yeah, incredible, Roger. It's been a long time. It's our first pole of the year, and all Craig's hard work and dedication, it's been fantastic.
So what have you done to the car, or is it due to make it quicker?
As usual, practice makes perfect.
At Zwartkops, it is very crucial to get the practice in. Let's see who's going to get it down towards turn 1 and into turn 1. It looks like George Economides is going to hang on to that hole shot in his Golf, but right on his tail comes Lee Thompson and Wayne Masters. The usual contenders are right in there, and joining me as always, Graham Nathan.
On board with Ray Wolford, Greg. Late braking right in behind Wayne Masters. He's going to try and keep Quinton Thompson, who's gone around the outside, on the outside, and let's see if he manages to get that done. No, still side by side as they head off to turn 4. Full throttle, here we go.
Up to turn 4 is really tricky. Right on their tail comes another of the Interfile Golfs. That is Kieran Kwambi. He's made his debut, remember, at Bakisa, and now in amongst the pack. Here comes Class P down towards turn 1, and not a great start from Ryan Thola as always. And just behind him, it is a gaggle of cars, including Sean Dodd.
What are you talking about? It's a much better start by Ryan Thola.
Yeah, I suppose it is compared to the ones that we've seen in the past, but definitely not as quick as Jake Zwartkops as he heads out of turn 2 towards 3 and 4.
Jake's doing a great job, but back to the leaders. George Economides, Quinton Thompson, Wayne Masters. These guys are right behind each other. There's no big gap. There's no mistake allowed by any of them, and somebody else is going to capitalize.
Certainly looks like Lee Thompson is pushing hard, so is Wayne Masters. Those are the championship contenders in Class A. Ray Wolford with a much better start in his Golf Jumbo, and then it is a ding-dong battle. Look at that. Thompson has been forced a little bit further back than what we'd like to see, and he's now down in about 6th place, battling hard.
But it's Lee Thompson, that's all over the back of George Economides. They're chasing the birds around. Lee has a look up the inside. He touches George, holds him out there. Yeah! A little bit of sideways action there for George Economides. Lee Thompson on the throttle, George on the throttle, and touching all the way around.
Could have come off there a little bit, I think, but Lee is basically want to get to the front as quickly as possible because he knows the Jonas Way car is right on his tail, and in fact, he's closed up due to that little incident in turn 2. Now there's 3 cars almost basically behind each other. You can't even put a proverbial blanket over those guys because they are so close.
Wayne's sitting there going, come on, Oaks, bump each other hard enough so I can get through. Onboard camera with Lee Thompson. Wayne Masters really, really tight up behind him. Listen to how Lee just stands on the, whoa, a big out-braking maneuver here by number 5, that is
Craig Murray getting it completely wrong at turn 5, and can you believe that? I was just amazed. Where was he going? I don't even know where he was. He climbed on the brakes, went across the inside, and unfortunately, you said an out-braking maneuver. He nearly broke the car.
Yeah, he out-braked himself by a million miles. Have a look at this. This is Class P action. Sean Dodd and Barry Groenewald, Andre ten Apel. There are going to be 3 cars going into the top. No, just 2. And Sean Dodd has done it. Sean has gone up the inside of Barry Groenewald towards the top of the Zwartkops racetrack here. As you can see at the back of the field there, Greg, there's a couple of newcomers in the polos. The guys are branding the legendary little red and white banner, but great formula to come and join the racing in.
It certainly is. Class P, probably one of the nicest ones to get involved in because cars are readily available. All of these cars are ex-national polos, and they are absolutely flying around here. Great to see some new names in there. But here at the front end, the battle has begun, and it's Lee Thompson looking for a way up the inside through turn 5. Can he get through? They're side by side, on board with Masters, and man, this is close.
Wayne is just waiting for the touch. There it is. A little bit of pushing and shoving. Lee Thompson, George Economides, these guys are not giving an inch. They are trying as hard as they possibly can. George blocks the inside. Lee goes around the outside of the last corner on the track. Can he get the slingshot? Can he get the momentum through turn 1 to get to the front, Greg?
Well, he has to keep the outside line through turn 1 so that he can hold the inside line for turn 2. He's doing just the right thing. Now they're side by side. A little touch between the two of them coming out of 1. Oh, a touch between Masters as well. Here comes Lee Thompson. Oh, big incident. Thompson goes up the inside, gets clipped by Economides. I think Lee Thompson actually might have caused that problem himself there, but the rest of the field comes streaming through and he's bogged down.
Yeah, Lee's stuck in the sandpit here. Let's have a look on board Ray Wolford's car. Wayne Masters is on the left. Lee goes to the left to take the line, and George has got nowhere to go. George, unfortunately, has to tag Lee Thompson. Wayne Masters going up the inside. Whoa! Ray Wilford almost into the back of him as well.
That was very close as the safety car comes out, and that is due to the fact that the Interfile Golf, as you can see, is being towed out by the Land Rover. He just wants to get going, but he's still stuck to the Land Rover. Hang tight, we've got to take that off before you can go anywhere. So it's now Wayne Masters, Ray Wilford, and George Economides, and I'm not quite sure if Ray Wilford was in front of George Economides as they went over the line. So that might have to change by the time the flag comes out and we go racing again.
Yeah, under safety car, you can't overtake anybody. But have a look at this. Lee squeezes George. George has got nowhere to go. Wayne, unfortunately, also just trying to stay on the road, and Lee is the big loser there.
Well, here we go for the restart. Ray Wilford is in second place, so he may have to relinquish that second place and give it back to the man in third at the moment, George Economides, but they cross the line, and we are back racing. Wayne Masters leads out. This is the Class A battle, and now you're going to see Class B just behind these guys.
Yeah, with a safety car, they can't regulate the 15-second gap so good, so they just form up straight into the race. On board with Wayne Masters as we watch Ray Wilford behind him. Wayne getting a great drive out of turn 2. He is trying as hard as he can to get away. Ray Wilford and George Economides sitting there going, Wayne, you make the slightest error and we're through. But have a look how fast these cars are going.
It's amazing to see how they've got these cars set up as they go towards turn 4 now. Economides looking up the inside. A bit further back though, there is some serious action going on here. The Sabertech car up the inside of Ross. Can he get through? Yes, he can. Forcing them wide there. Good driving. And that's what it's all about. Goshman's in there as well. So there's a three-way battle.
Goshman right in behind the Sabertech car. He's, whoa! Ray slams the door on George Economides going up into the top on the shelf. And it's still it's Gavin Ross running wide. Those two guys haven't let up. It's still the Sabertech car versus Gavin Ross. That's Derek Smallberger. He's not giving an inch of noise, Gavin. They are touching the panels all over the show.
I know somebody else in a Golf that goes up the inside of the grass too, but this time it works out a bit better there for Gavin Ross. He tucks in just behind, and then it's a whole gaggle of cars that come streaming through. Just at the front though, picking up on that silver Golf, that's actually Caron Henning. He's moved up to Class A.
He's in Class A and he's running fourth at the moment. He's ahead of Quentin Thompson, but have a look at, whoa, we've got Eddie Rodriguez around the outside of Jonathan Fisser there in turn 1. Let's have a look here. Wayne Masters still out in front. We've got Ray Wilford, we've got George Economides, here we've got Caron Henning. These guys haven't let up for 1 second here towards what's happening here, Greg?
Oh, Ray Wilford's pulled to the side. He's allowing the man to come through into second place. Economides retake second. I think Wilford's been told by his pit board that he was incorrect at the restart, and because of the safety car, he was actually in the wrong position. So he's allowed George to retake that second place, and now the battle's on.
Well, that's great for Wayne Masters. He's been given a little bit of a breather, but George has now got clear air, so he's heading off after Wayne. Wayne trying really, really hard. You can see he's working that car. He's using up absolutely all the racetrack that he can get to his disposal. Yeah, but there's a battle right throughout the field. You got Anton Kriel is now back in the Class A car for the first time in a long time. Here comes some more action. This is the Class B contenders. This is Mohammed Dangor and Wouter Rus. They're both heading off to turn 4. Wouter, jeez, there go the signs. Wouter touching Mohammed, Mo going to the grass and mowing the lawn properly.
Yeah, properly there, big time. A little bit of grass tracking there from Mohammed Dangor. He hung on for dear life and managed to rejoin the circuit. But it was very, very close between those guys as they came out of turn 4. Fortunately, it was just before turn 4, because if it done it through turn 4, we would have maybe seen a little bit of roly-polos.
Yeah, there would have been big stories there. Jake Jacobs still in class, out in front in Class P. Ryan Thaler. Then you got earlier on Craig Murray, that off he had. He's now managed to get back into the field. Wayne Masters still out in front. George Economides, Ray Wilford, and Gerard Henning. These guys are all over each other.
I just want to ask you a question. I'm glad that Pete Swanepoel's not the COC, because according to the rules, it's between the 2 white lines you're supposed to race. These folks haven't been between the 2 white lines at all.
Yeah, well, they race everywhere. They'll take their chance and they'll argue with Pete Swanepoel. But look at this racing, Greg.
Amazing
Unbelievable stuff.
As always, the checkered flag comes out. Wayne Masters takes the first victory, and he'll hang on to live another day there. But a very, very tight battle between himself, Economides, and Ray Wilford. They're in third place. Here comes Class P though. A last ditch effort here from Thaler. Can he get? Oh, he taps him. Yeah, it was do or die there, and unfortunately he died. He's out of the race, and they're probably going to drop down to about 5th or 6th place. Zwartkops will take the victory, but man, it was close between the two of them. Bet they had a chat in the pits afterwards.
I think that was a surprise to Jake.
Wayne Masters takes it, George Economides and Garrett Hinning a surprise third due to a 10-second penalty on Ray Wolford. As we saw, Jacobs, LaRue and Dodd top of Class P.
Well, Wayne, Goldwagen Challenge Class A, it's been all about you and Lee Thompson. Now you're starting to turn things around. It's looking the way that the Jonas Way vehicle is climbing the ladder.
Yes, the result today was actually brilliant after not such a good qualifying yesterday. Made a little error on the tuning and I ended up third. I was hoping to get a pole at Lee's home track to put a little bit of mental pressure on him. Turned out I was third, so I had George and Lee to contend with in the first race. And I had to, if you watched the racing, you would have seen that I held back. I could have had a go and I held back a bit because I knew the boys are very competitive and something's going to happen. So I just had to wait for that and fortunately they touched and Lee went off and that gave me the gap to the front.
Clayton, Class P's in the Goldwagen Challenge, always super close and tight. You had an eventful race. Tell me about it.
Yes, no, it's been a fantastic weekend and the guys have been very close this weekend. Old Jakes and Ryan have got a bit of a gap on the guys, but we're slowly getting there. We're going to catch them.
But always on this track, it takes a little bit of rubbing elbows and losing a bit of paint to move up those places, eh?
It is, though. It is a very tight circuit and it calls for close racing. As you saw in the first heat there, old Jakes and Ryan touched and Ryan got a bit of a spin there in the last turn, and which nominated us to second place. So we take it, second's a second.
And in this racing, when it's so close, a second really counts. And if you look at the top of Class B and C, it is less than a second that splits the top 5 there in Class B. Dean Lester, Chad Bartram and Quinton Needham. Yannick van Rooyen in the Incredible Golf, top of Class C.
Class B's Dean Lester, always when we come to Zwartkops, you seem to really enjoy it here, putting it on pole once again.
Yeah, car was really good. Thanks to Andy and Greg for lending us the gearbox yesterday. Managed to get it in time, thanks to my dad and Uncle Ian for putting it in. And yeah, car feels great, motors strong, looking forward to good racing.
Quinton, second place in the Class B's here in qualifying, but it's a bit of a turnaround story as well. Hey, the worst day at the office at the last round at Pakisa.
I feel like my luck will change for this time. But yeah, Dean is very quick around this track, so I'll have to maybe settle for second.
Nate, classes B and C, there's nearly 21 cars on the track, and as they head down towards turn 1, is it going to be Bartram or Lester who gets the whole shot? Derek Minnie means business as well, coming into third.
It looks like it's going to be Bartram. Bartram, great start. He hasn't been racing for so long. He's been out of it for 6 months at least, but he comes straight back into competition, makes his name, makes his impression. A little bit of sideways there by Greg Goshman. He's still trying hard to stay on the racetrack, but manages to get away with that one.
He certainly does, and here comes Yannick van Rooyen and the Class C competitors down towards turn 1. And you can see it's going to be close between him, Elna Cruiser, Dion van der Vat and Bulldog Derek. There he is in the Silver Dream Racer, just tucked into 4th place, but what a start from Van Rooyen.
Yeah, Van Rooyen in that green Golf, straight out the blocks, off he goes, head down, and he's going to try as hard as he can to get away. Dion van der Vat is going to try and stop him. Oh, we got a spinner. Car number 87, and I hope he doesn't get stuck.
That's Andre Needham, and he just manages to keep that car on the black stuff. But only just. You can see a rookie driver due to the fact that he's got the red and white little branding coming out the back of the car, but back to the front end of Class B, and you can see it's already starting to get real close. Derek Minnie tucked in behind Lester, and Lester looking all over the back end of Chad Bartram.
He wants to get past this Coastal Kitchens car of Chad Bartram as quickly as he can. He wants to try and get away, give himself a bit of breathing room and let the rest of those scrap.
On board with Goose as we head down into what is now Goldwagen Corner at Zwartkops Raceway. They've taken this on as their potential corner, and it's going to be great to see the branding the next time we come here. Now coming out towards turn 1, Bartram has opened a little bit of a gap over second and third.
He has, and it's probably because the guys are scrapping so hard trying to get back at him that they're slowing each other down, trying to get there. Look at this, Yannick van Rooyen has opened a bit of a breathing gap over Dion van der Vat. Maybe that was because he was scrapping with Elna. Giles is sitting there going, if either of you make an error, I'm through.
Yeah, Bulldog looking back at him now from Elna's car. This is the Giulio Sabatini Auto Volkswagen Golf as we go into turn 1. Look how close they get you. Now a little bit of a pull here coming in towards turn 2. Derek doesn't seem to have the drive through 2 as well as what Elna's able to do. And then just behind him, it looks like it's Charles Smallberger.
Yeah, that was Charles. He's also just sitting there learning as every single lap he drives, he learns. He's the rookie, by a long way, is the youngest driver in the field.
Right, up and towards turn 5, and you can see a late outbreaking maneuver here. Gossman looking up the inside. Can he do it? Yes, he can. Evan Rothman, no answer there. And Evan's just thinking to himself, man, where did he find that line? I didn't find it earlier.
Yeah, I didn't even notice him there until he was right next to you. But we've even got Justin Taylor. That is the fastest Jetta racing in the world, I'm sure. It's probably the only one.
I think it is the only one at this stage, but great to have him out there in his Jetta. He loves racing. As we go back on board, little touch between Gossman and Evan Rothman on the main straightaway. That can be costly if you get a little bit harder than what they had, but Rothman retakes his position, and it looks like Gossman now has to find another way through.
Yeah, Rothman has definitely decided, okay, I must pull my finger out. Now these guys are trying just a little bit harder than I think I am, but out in front we've still got Chad Bartram and we've got Dean Lester. These two guys, look at that. They are trying as hard as they can. Is that Quinton Needham?
It is
Quinton Needham, out of the game.
Now, where's he off to? What does he know that we don't? Because he's gone very, very wide at turn 2. So that's a pretty easy thing to do, because I tell you something, if you don't get up to the brakes, there might be some fuel or something down on there that's causing these cars to spin. 16 goes out. That's George Iceland. And unfortunately, he'll get back onto the track, but it's a long way back from where he was earlier.
Absolutely. But have a look at this battle for the front, Greg. These two guys, Proverbial Blanket and Derek Minnie, is just sitting there going, come on, come on, come on, have a go at him at least.
Now make my life easier, make my drive a bit easier. Not always to do when you're so close, but the reason that Quinton Needham is so far back, Nate, is he started right at the back of the field, and he's now starting to make his way through the field. But if he keeps doing that, he's not going to end up in the top 10.
Yeah, he's not going to help himself at all by riding off the race. Have a look at this up the inside. Can he make it stick? Dean Lester goes up the inside. Will he manage to hold it? No. Chad now throws it back up the inside, and it's a drag race to turn 4. Let's see.
Side by side onto the back straight is always an option when you're in a city golf, and these golf ones really don't hold anything back. Now they head towards treacherous turn 4, and it's whoever's got what it takes on the brakes.
It's called kahunas, Greg. Let's see who's got them. And at the moment, it's Chad Bartram who throws it up the inside. Dean Lester decides, I'll go on this side. Chad, you go inside. Now it's my turn. And we'll see who can do it at the top of the shelf.
I think it's basically setting up the entire lap to try and take one position. That's how long it takes you. You've got to make a corner, and if you run a little bit wide, you've then got to set up for the next corner, which is exactly what Chad Bartram is doing right now.
Chad goes up the inside. Chad's on the inside. But if Dean Lester can hang it around there, he will be on the inside for the last corner. Look at Derek Minnie. Derek is being very clever. He's going to dive in behind Dean Lester here and force Chad. Oh no, this time he can't do it. He's not close enough. Or he decides these two oaks are crazy.
Yeah, no, I think that's exactly what he's deciding. These guys are going absolutely mild. I don't want to get involved. Rather let them build their stuff. Yannick van Rooyen still leads Class C. Here comes Elna up the inside of Björn van der Watt. And thanks very much. That's second place for Elna.
That's it. Look at the gap that Yanni's got because these two are scrapping. Elna holds it tight. Dion goes to the outside to try and get the slingshot. He's now going to try and go up the inside and end up on the inside for turn 8. Let's see, can he make it stick? It looks like it. Dion has gone to the inside. Yanni's sitting there, pretty, driving away. Elna decides around the outside, and Dion can't believe his eyes.
Well, it's side-by-side action through turn 8, Goldwagen corner, and this is the Goldwagen Challenge. You cannot get better than that. And here they go into turn 1, also side-by-side. Elna's got to hold that outside line. She must keep it on the outside for turn 2 so she can be on the inside.
And she's got to brake really, really late because Dion did a great job. There it is, some late braking. Can she hold it in? Giles Derrick is sitting there going, if you two mess up, I've got it. And here goes Dion again. Elna's on the outside this time going into turn 4. Let's see which golf has got the straight line speed going into 4.
Into 4 is where it counts, because if you don't get the straight line speed there, you're basically just tapping off down 1 gear and then through turn 4. Derek just behind, looking for a way past. He can't find a way.
He doesn't know which car to get behind because they are so closely matched. Trying to get the slipstream, but sitting right behind them is little Smallberger. He's sitting there going, what's going on here? Why are you guys slowing down? But it might be 3 into 1. No, 2 into 1. And still Van der Watt and Elna Cruiser are going at it.
Well, Elna ran a little bit wide out of 5. Now into turn 6, Giles Derrick is right there with her. She runs a little bit wide again out of 7. And now we're going down towards the final corner. Can she make it stick? Can she do the reverse to what Dion van der Watt did to her? She's side by side as they go towards Goldwagen turn. Giles Derrick just behind her. Late braking, and that's exactly what's required. Derrick goes up the inside. Van der Watt has to go very wide out of turn 8. He hangs on, but only just.
Look at this racing. These people don't touch a panel ever. Not like in production, because there we bend it.
Yeah, big time. And that's when you have to spend the money too. Third place, you can see that things have just opened up here at the front end, because it is all about Dean Lester. He's got away from the field. He's in amongst the back markers. That's Andre Needham. And he's now on the final lap with a very comfortable margin.
Dean Lester has done a great job of this race. He's got away. He's broken the back, the competition from Chad Bartram. Chad doing a great job himself though, but have a look at this Class C. Giles Derrick goes up the inside of Van der Walt. Van der Walt in a new car, a strange car to what he's used to racing, but he's got the inside. Behind him though, we've got a little Smallberger. Can he stick it up the inside of Derrick? He tries. He has a go up the inside. There's no touching. These guys are amazing.
Well, one lap to go for those guys as they're heading towards turn one. You can see Van der Walt might just be able to keep Derrick at bay, but here comes Smallberger side by side through turn one. That could end in tears.
Yeah, that could have been a big crash, but they both get through there perfectly well. Charles Smallberger takes the outside line in there though, but back to the front of the field. We've got Dean Lester to take the checkered flag. Peter Thompson goes up the inside of a back marker just to make sure that he ends up nicely fourth on the road. Great job there.
Good drive from all the drivers, and Chad Bartram unfortunately losing out at the end there to Dean Lester's superb effort. And then it was Derek Minnie in third place, Thompson and Gosman 4 and 5, Yanni van Rooyen just ahead of Elna Cruiser and Dion van der Walt.
Well, Vilmarie, Speed Queen, we always see you up there on the superbikes. Now you're coming across onto four-wheel action in the Goldwagen Challenge. Tell me how it's going so far.
Matt, amazing, totally different, 2 extra wheels. Didn't know it would be this much fun, but yeah, interesting.
I know you've been turning a couple of laps to get yourself ready, but race weekend, the kind of wheels fall off, hey?
It did, yes. Didn't qualify, didn't get to practice, went straight into the race, had a lot of things to sort out. It's a new car, but the car didn't quite make the 10 laps. But it was fun. 9th of August, for the guys that don't know, Women's Day. We've booked out Zwartkops, the whole track. We've got cars, skid pan, motorbikes, go-karts, everything you can get in motorsport here for women at no charge. They can just come and have fun.
So they can get on a bike with one of you guys instructing, getting a car, turn a few laps and see what it's about.
Yes, go-karts, the whole thing. So we look forward to it. It's a big MFC Zwartkops Day for everyone.
Join us just off the break for some more Goldwagen action. Welcome back to the arena of motorsport Zwartkops, just outside of Pretoria for round 5 of the Pro Tour and the second heat of Goldwagen action. It's going to be Lee Thompson and George Economides who lead this field out down towards turn 1, but can Wayne Masters get ahead of the two of them and possibly run at the front of the field in the Jonas Way Golf?
A far better start there from Lee Thompson. He's straight out into the front. He's got the inside line. Let's see if he stays there now. He's learned from his error in the previous race. Wayne Masters right in behind him. You can't even see the front of Wayne's car. He is so close. He's got George Economides on the outside. Behind them is Quinton Thompson, but Lee is out front. He's going to put his head down and go.
A much better start from Quinton Thompson and from Ray Wolf, but then we got Andy Gosman tucked in behind him. So the two Jumbo Golf just out of it at this stage as Class P get underway. Thole under big pressure from Sean Dodd and from Clayton LaRue. LaRue around the outside. Remember, he just pipped the boys to the line in the first heat to get second place due to a mistake from Ryan Thole on the final corner.
Yeah, Ryan made that error on the final corner. Whoa, little bit of carnage going on there. That's a newcomer as well. That's Lawrence Rousseau getting tagged left, right and center. Welcome to the game, Lawrence.
Yeah, that's how it's played in Goldwagen Challenge. If you get it wrong, they don't give you any inch to come right. And here we can see the action is happening thick and fast. What's happened to Thompson? Lee Thompson's dropped back to third place and Wayne Masters has hit the front.
Wayne has gone to the front. Lee is third again, so he's got huge work. But up the inside of Lee, we've got Quinton Thompson. So it's Lee Thompson, Quinton Thompson, a drag race to turn 1, and Lee is on the outside. Quinton goes up the inside, Rue backs out. Quinton decides, not this time, I will follow a little bit. But on the inside of Ray Wolford, Andy Gosman. 4 into turn 2, here it comes.
Now Ray Wolf, a little touch on Thompson as they come out there, but he manages to get ahead of Gosman. Gosman comes straight back at him though. Side by side, 2 Jumbo Golfs, and they've got that Golf 1 just ahead of him. Oh, problems here. Kieran Kwame already out in Class A. The second of the Interpol Gallardo cars is out.
Back to Class P, and we've got Jake Jacobs under massive pressure from Ryan Thole. Ryan is still kicking himself from race 1 incident on the last corner, and he wants to make amends. But we've got Sean Dodd doing a great job in third position. He's running ahead of Clayton LaRue at the moment. Sean is he's just done a whole bunch of work on his motorcar, spent some really good money, and look at that, it all paid off.
It's certainly paying off in a big way here, ahead of Clayton LaRue. LaRue normally up there and running with Jake Zwartkops on board with Thole. Now as they go into turn 4, he's pushing hard to try and catch Jake Zwartkops. Can he hang on? Oh, he's run wide. Oh, this is going to be a big one. Man, he got out of shape there. He's going to go up and over and launches the car. Woo! Red Bull gives you wings. Thole just used those wings in a big way.
Yes, that was a massive crash by Ryan Thole. Stepping the back wheel off the ground. It looked like he hit something there though. Greg, there was such a massive thump. But have a look at this. I think this car's on fire.
Yeah, the Marshals are running towards it. On board once again. Let's have a look at it. There you see the back wheel just steps off. He tries to catch it. He nearly gets it right, but unfortunately he's already onto the grass on the far side. Launches the tire wall, and now he's stuck between turn 4 and turn 8 in the middle of the grass. And yes, I think the car is on fire. There we go.
Whoa.
Marshals
big
there.
fire. Come on, guys. Get it out.
Don't make Graham work too hard afterwards.
Yeah, where is Ryan Thole? It looks like he's out of the car. I don't see any action inside, but I'm sure there's going to be maybe even a red flag, but maybe not. Look at this action. Andy Gossman flies his car up the inside of Ray Wilford, forcing Ray wide. Ray hasn't let up for a second. There's a little bit of damage there on the back of Andy's car, and Ray wants to add to it.
I think he wants to give him a little bit of his own medicine as they come down towards Goldwagen corner. Onto the brakes. Just behind him is the third of the Jumbo Golfs. That's Gerard Henning. So it is 3 Jumbo Golfs battling for what is now 5th position on the track.
And out in front we've got Wayne Masters making that Golf 4 as wide as he possibly can. Lee Thompson sitting behind both of them, and both of them being George Economides and Wayne Masters. Lee goes up the inside of George, but George manages to hang it around the outside. Still outdrives Lee. Back to Class P, Jake Jacobs, Sean Dodd, Clayton LaRue, and Andre Tenapel bring up the 4 in that class.
Now, great drive here from Andre Tenapel. He needs to just try and bridge the gap between himself and Clayton LaRue, because Dodd is getting away in second place. LaRue's got his sights set on him firmly, and as they come flying through here, you can see Class P has grown in such a big way.
Class P has gone to like 11 or 12 motorcars. You got newcomers, Mohammed Dangor, we've got Dion Holiday, you got
Daniel Rowe in my car.
Also in a new car.
Nice.
Yeah, Greg, yeah.
Nice, in my car. You better not bend that car, Rowe. I'm going to have a chat with you about this. Anyway, back to the racing. Look at this. Wayne Masters is under massive pressure here. Economides and Lee Thompson, you can't even see Thompson's car. Thompson
is right behind Economides. He's probably pushing him all the way. He has a look up the inside. Economides slams the door on Lee Thompson, but Lee just goes, hey, mate, you can't block all the way around the racetrack. You got to open the door sometime, and if you don't open it, I'll open it. And have a look up the inside. Is Quinton Thompson again. Quinton rides over the curve. George Economides slamming the door there. Quinton stepping on the brake to miss a big crash.
Now, that would have been a massive one. Quinton Thompson, great driving from you, sir. But unfortunately, that has closed up the 3 Jumbo Golfs onto the back end. So it's nearly a 6-car battle for first place on the road.
Look at this racing. George Economides has got straight back, but there's been a problem for Lee Thompson. Or is it Andy Gossman that's attacking him all over the place? Slowed it down a bit. There we go. Whoa, 3 cars on the shuffle. These guys are not even looking at where each other are.
Into turn 6. Matt, do you get closer than that? I can see what kind of light bulbs he's using in that car. That's how close we get on Rapid Motion Africa. And down towards Goldwagen. It's going to be late braking once again. Are we going to see a maneuver here? Yes, Gossman. Very late. Keeps Ray Wilford on the outside. Wilford just keeps it buried around the outside. And the Fuchs car is now side by side towards turn 1.
Back to the front. Wayne Masters with the widest Golf 4 in the world. Lee Thompson starting to get a touch frustrated. He's putting pressure on Wayne Masters, literally. But Wayne's car has got some huge turn of speed as he steps on it and drives away to turn 4.
Look at how he pulls away from Thompson here on the back straight. You can actually see it on that onboard camera. A little bit further back here, LaRue, Tenapel, Barry Grunewald in the Custom Technologies car. He's now started to join the fray, and that is the battle for 4th, 5th, and 6th place in Class P.
It's a great battle. These guys have been out of it for a while. Barry's had such bad luck. He broke his hand at the beginning of the year, but he is back with a vengeance. But have a look at this. Back to the front. Lee Thompson still hasn't got past Wayne Masters, but he hasn't given up for 1 second.
Speaking of vengeance, yeah, this is about to be a big vengeance here, I think. Up the inside, Wayne Masters goes very defensive. Lee Thompson tucks up the inside. He sees him coming, shuts the door, and they go through basically like a VTEC trailer on the back of that Golf 4. It is going to be so close. 0.6 of a second between the first three cars across the line. Masters takes it. Lee Thompson in second and George Economides right on their tail. But look at this, a country mile for Class P. And Jake Zwartkops is untouchable in this particular category. So in Class B, Jacobs ahead of Sean Dodd. A great effort from him. First podium for him. But what a race in Class A. Masters, Thompson and Economides, 0.6 of a second between them.
Well, the Zwartkops, historically, it's one of the tracks where you always win, but today a little bit hard to get around some traffic, eh?
Yeah. In the first heat, I was helped off, so it's not anything you can do about that one. Second heat, got a good start. Their car seemed to be a little bit better in the first 2 laps, so I fell off. Fell back. It's a relatively easy. Track to block on. So once you're behind the arc, he's just going to drive up the inside the whole time. So only way you're going to get past is a nasty way, and I'm not that type of person. So I'm good with the second. It's points. Still a few races in the season left. So yeah.
A very tough day in the saddle though for Ryan Tholer. Let's find out from him what happened out on the track.
Well, I think just on the fuel side, obviously BP gives you wings, because I launched that car more than I've ever launched a car in my life. It was a little hairy. Going through turn 4, we're probably carrying about 170 k's an hour of speed, and I dropped the back wheel off of the tarmac, and it spat the car around, and I guess I ran out of talent. I tried to catch it, but at that speed it snaps around quite quickly. So end of the day in the barriers, yeah.
Ryan, you're looking like the guy who can stand a chance of catching up with Jakes. So let's talk about the next track. What do you think of it?
Next track is East London. Jakes has one up on me. Unfortunately, I've never been there. So we'll see what happens. As long as I can keep it on the black stuff, I think we're in for a good race.
I think so too.
Absolutely. If you don't keep it on the black stuff in East London, Ryan, you're going to be deep in the bush. But let's go with the start of Class B. Having a look up the inside. Great start there by the Coastal Kitchens car, Chad Bartram.
Yeah, and round the outside, Quinton Needham, a much better start this time. Remember, he had to come from the back of the field in race 1. Now in race 2, he's in amongst the usual contenders. Dean Lester, unfortunately, losing out on the start, and he's now side by side with Evan Rothman, and Peter Thompson is right there too.
Class C started. Andre Needham diving out into the middle of the race track here. A great start by him. I hope it wasn't a bit of a jump start, but whatever, let's go racing.
It was close to being a jump start. I don't think anybody saw that. I don't think anybody too worried right now as they go in towards turn number 2. Onto the brakes, Elna Cruiser looking for a way early on up the inside of Yannick van Rooyen. And van Rooyen is outdone for the first time today. The Incredible Golf has found something that goes, oh, Derek! He goes on the inside too and nearly gets taken out by Elna.
Elna had some big understeer going on there, which gave Yannick van Rooyen the position back. But it's Yanni, and then Elna, and then Giles, and then Van der Vaart trying around the outside. He's got a great run. Whoa! Van der Vaart having to get out of the way because Giles just takes the line. Look at that. That's Charles Smallberger saying, I'll have that. You play games. I'm going past.
Yeah, thanks for coming. I'll take 4th place. Here we go back to the front of Class B. And here is Rothman looking all over the back end of Dean Lester. And he wants past bad. He's going to try and look to catch Quinton Needham, Chad Bartram. And a good start from Gossman in 3rd. Needham up the inside. And it looks like...
Oh, way!
Tandem sliding. How do you do? Oh, Needham goes wide. And thanks for coming. Into the wall.
Chad Bartram just closes the door. Needham steps on the brakes, and in a front-wheel drive car, if you step on the brakes through a fast sweeper, the back is going to slide.
Yeah, let's
look again.
Side-by-side action. He just tips the back end. The two of them go into the slide. Well caught by Bartram. Not so well from Needham, but an amazing bit of driving from Gossman, because he could have ended up as a T-bone on that Golf.
Greg, I think when Gossman opened his eyes, there was nothing in front of him, man.
Fortunately, he picked the line and drove through. That's the idea with racing. That's what they always say. Pick a line you can drive through. That's not the line to choose, though. Whoa, Evan Rothman straight across into Cecil Corner, and he climbs on the brakes just before the wall.
Yeah, he manages to stop it before the wall. He can't say there was brake failure. Oh, there was. He pumps the brakes to check them. Maybe he had a problem there. But out in front, we've got Chad Bartram. Then we've got Gossman. Then we've got Dean Lester. These guys are going to have to put their head down to chase after Chad.
They're definitely going to have a lot of work to do. You can see that Needham's got back on the track, but he's now just ahead of Class C. The Incredible Golf still all over the back end of Elna Cruiser. And I don't know if Yanni's just playing with her or he's actually battling to get past, but Elna is driving the wheels off that car.
Elna doing a great job. Yanni, I don't think he's playing. Yanni van Rooyen doesn't play a lot with regards to competition. He likes to be in front, and he will do whatever it takes to get there. Having a look up the inside of him, from Elna's onboard camera is Giles Derrick. He only leaves Giles just enough racetrack, but Elna has put her head down and she's trying to get away.
Yeah, I think she wants to tag onto the back end of this Class B Golf and maybe get away from these guys. Derrick looks up the inside through turn 1 again, but not able to make it stick. Hopefully he can use the drive that he got out of turn 1, climb up the inside into turn 2, but he's not close enough. Yanni van Rooyen is going very, very well here, and he realizes he has to because Elna is getting away.
Well, what a great school here for Charles Smallberger. He's sitting here behind some really, really good racers, learning every single lap. Chad Bartram also getting a bit of a lesson right now from Andy Gossman. And Lester goes up the inside. Does Chad know he's there? No, he doesn't. Has he looked, or does he sort of turn a blind eye? But he closes the door and he stays in second place.
Well, Gossman coming up on Alvine Kutsia. She crashed out a little bit earlier on, spun out and got back onto the track. Now could cause some problems for our front end runners. And you can see how close it gets as they come through there. The MFC car is in the way. Gossman goes on the left-hand side. Then it looks like Bartram has... he's chosen the wrong line. He chose the completely wrong line. Now they come side by side. Oh! Chad Bartram, are we thinking there's no line through there, mate? Oh man, that was big contact between Gossman and Dean Lester.
Chad Bartram gets away with that. What do you mean there was no line there? He got through that lot. Chad gets away. Alvine, unfortunately, out of the game. Lester drives straight over the front bumper of his motor car, and Gossman has to go and call it a day.
Yeah, that's a big pity there. I don't know if there was such a line there because he looked up the inside. There is a bit of a gap there, but he's driving into the back end of Gossman. Gossman managed to hang on. Dean Lester T-bones him. They go side by side, and both of them end up in the kitty litter. Looks like that is the end of the day there, unfortunately, for Greg Gossman.
Greg is out, completely out of that race. Let's go back to the front. Chad Bartram now with a huge gap over Derek Minnie and Peter Thompson. Peter and Derek are going to try really hard. Peter wants second, and so does Derek.
Well, there's 2 laps to go. He's got to try and do it in these next 2 laps. Derek Minnie will keep him behind him. He's a very talented driver, but Peter Thompson's got a lot of experience, and he's now going to try and put that onto the black stuff and see if he can get past Derek Minnie.
Peter Thompson riding all over the back of the... Let's have a look at this. Dean Lester coming back through the field. It's Dean that goes up the inside. He's still dragging that piece of plastic bumper up the inside of Justin Taylor, and he's becoming a bit of a road grader right now.
Yeah, he's cleaning the track there for the ZX10s that are coming up next, so we'll have to wait and see if he can get that right. But Dean Lester hanging on. Justin Taylor trying to get back up the inside, can't do it into turn 2. Lester seems to have the drive, and he now gets very, very quick onto the back, straight towards turn 4.
Back to Class C, and Elna is still ahead of Yanni. Giles is sitting there, and so is Van der Walt. It looks like Charles Smallberger has fallen off the pace a little bit, but have a look at this. Elna Cruiser blocks the inside going into turn 2. She's now playing Dr. Block. Yanni van Rooyen tries to swap over from the outside to the inside and try and take the run down to turn 4. Elna's car has got a great turn of speed though.
Yeah, but they're side by side, and it looks like Yanni's got a better one. The Incredible Golf is going to hit the front again, 111. The Goldwagen machine is going to take the lead into turn 4, and Elna doesn't have an answer, unfortunately, due to the fact that she ran a little bit wide, and they change of line from Yanni van Rooyen into turn 2.
Great job there from Yanni. He set it up from turn 2 to make the pass in turn 4. That is just simple experience that is playing part there. But out in front of Class B, you've still got the Coastal Kitchens car of Chad Bartram taking the win for the first time back in 6 months.
Now, welcome return there from Chad Bartram. Good to be on the top of the podium. Derek Minnie hang on to second place. Peter Thompson battled hard, but had to take third place. And then it was all about Class C. And the Incredible Golf hang on ahead of Elna Cruiser. So it's Yanni van Rooyen from Elna Cruiser and Bulldog Derrick in third place. Great driving and some magic battles in our Goldwagen Challenge classes B and C.
Chad, tell me about your day at Zwartkops. Walking away with an overall, you're going to feel pumped.
Absolutely. You know, we came here today. We haven't raced for 6 months. We literally did an oil service on the car, down a tune, and we were here today. No setups. And we've had quite a nice turn of pace the whole weekend. Not quite as quick as some of the other guys. But, you know, second race, first race we had a bit of a tussle with, a bit of a battle with Dean. He managed to get away. He's extremely quick at the moment. In the second race, I had an awesome start again. Managed to get into the lead. There was a bit of bumping and barging going on in the first corner. Unfortunately, I managed to escape. You know, the door closed in on me, and you know, I managed to come away with the victory. It was quite an easy race because no one else was left in it. You know, so but I'm extremely happy. I'm over the moon.
Overall championship is really close between Thompson, Zwartkops, and Masters. Class B, Dean Lester eventually moves up into 4th place overall.